Yo, what's up? It's been a while. Okay. Right, let's go. Let's go do some painting. Hmm. Still trying to get used to Substance Painter. Hey, Rusty. How's it going? What up? Don't know if this is the best way to paint scales. I feel like I need a better base layer and then I need to paint the stuff on top. What am I making? I'm making I'm making an MMO. This is one of the races they can play as. I'm making the base meshes for the MMO. Wow, that's a bit strong. Let's go do like, let's go 2. There we go. Oh. Old school 3 model. Man, is it really old school now? Yeah. I don't want it to be old school. Not that old. I'm just like 30. Let's go do like 3. Oh god, I need a burp. Hey, Zaratan. Vampire waifu, yeah. Like I was making this I was trying wait, hold on, I gotta turn off this. I can't talk and then also listen to an audiobook that messes with my ability to talk. Yeah, so I was making this model, right? And if you don't have the scales, like it looks too much like Dunmer from Morrowind. It looks exactly like Dumnuri. Dum Dummer. It looks like Dummer from Morrowind. So that's why I'm adding the scales. I don't want to get like DMCA'd by Bethesda. All the good ideas are taken. It's not fair. It's not fair, man. Yeah, uh, like hand painted. I'm still not sure what the art style is gonna be for my game. But for now, I'm kind of settling on hand painted. The thing with like Substance Painter, right, is I can probably put like some metallics on like the metal bits here, and see how that works. It's like paint them on. I don't know. Hair still needs work, but I'm gonna do like all these scales first, and then I'll mess with the hair. Yup, gotta think outside the box. I feel like maybe these scales are a bit too high density. Gotta make larger scales because it's getting a bit pixelated around here. Um, hmm, do size 1, and then what we'll do is draw in the darker part of the scales first, and then I'll go back and then lighten them up. So increase the flow. This is my big titty goth waifu. Yeah. Bringing all the boys to the yard. You know how it is. I think that's part of the reason why like World of Warcraft so such a successful MMO. Like, those Draenei, man. It's gonna be diffuse only. So I'm not sure about that. Like if you look at Valheim, like they have like this weird unfiltered pixel art, but then they also have like metallics in there too. So I want to be a bit creative like that. I want to like do like dark arts with texture maps. Like do the do the stuff that everyone tells you not to do. See where I go from there. Yeah, I figured this would be pretty good stream-worthy material because I've been working on like the technical side of my game in Unreal Engine for such a long time now. And I'm finally getting to a point where I actually need art assets to continue with some like the core features of the game. Because what I have planned is uh, like equipment. You have to be able to have a character that can equip items, so armor and weapons. And then I also have dismemberment. I want to be able to like equip a gun and start shooting limbs off characters. That's going to be one of the ways you can, well, basically the main way of killing enemies in this MMO. Just like shoot people's heads off. It'll be partly based off of American mythology. Like as an American citizen, uh, like guns just resound very deeply within my spiritual being. Yeah. Gun violence is where it's at. The freedom to have gun violence. So it's a Western type MMO. Uh, no, nah, that was just a bad joke. But if you're like saying like as opposed to like Korean MMO, I guess you could consider it a Western type of MMO. Just gotta get all the detail in here. Did you guys know that this map is only 256 pixels? So, I'll show you what it's like. I'll show the UV map. Where is it? Here we go. 2D and 3D. So this is basically what it looks like. This is a 256. It's like tiny. No, it's not even 512. Man, I hate bots. How to delete bot? Delete. How do I purge? Ban. There we go. Yeah. Nice. Okay, let me go back to 3D view. Actually, I'll just leave this out, just so you guys can like. Well then, no, I'll go back to 3D only. It's a bit hard to paint with half the screen occupied. Something you can just leave it up so you guys can see what it looks like when I'm like drawing, and then like the details get transferred onto the texture map. It's pretty cool to see. Come on, Seth, you need those views. No, I do not. I do not need views. I want like these. So these scales, they have to like have like a overall form. They can't just be like randomly scattered. Otherwise, they won't look like scales. I have to make sure that I have like the lines of anatomy in here as I'm drawing. Oh yeah, I figured out something pretty cool that I'll probably use with like clothing and armor. Um, Basically, it's projection painting, and then I can use projection painting with let's see. I imported some alphas by Jonas Ronegard. So we have like all these really epic alphas. Um, and like you even do like you can even use these as like tattoos as well. So if we increase the size a bit, just like drop this on her shoulder or something. So then we can get some pretty cool tattoos that way very quickly. Um, probably use, I'll probably have that as like a customizable option for well character customization. Just like put tattoo the ass. But yeah, pretty pretty good, pretty cool shit. But yeah, I'll definitely be using that a lot for the armor, like cloth bits. Yeah, it's just like tattoo everything. It is pretty pixelated, but so I'm thinking, um, it's kind of thinking about like where the camera is going to be, and you know, like Project Zomboid's actually pretty cool. Like, if this is like Project Zomboid, like the character's like all the way there, but I don't know if I want to make like an isometric. I kind of want to be a bit more zoomed in, like right there. That's kind of like the good distance from the screen. Um, that'd be like the closest you get to your character or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. That's all like very technical, very user experience based. I don't know. Yeah, these fingernails are a bit bright. Let's go darken them a bit. We might even just have like black tips or something. I don't know. I don't think that looks as good though. Maybe. I might actually do that, yeah. This looks a bit better. It's like black fingernails. It's less distracting too. Hmm. Actually, you know, I kind of want like some semblance of fingernails. GTA San Andreas having separate fingers. Yeah, but like, God, that's like 20 years ago. I also have like I have a rig that has separate finger controls. So everything that is modeled will be able to move, like the eyeballs, the mouth, fingers. I even have like eyeball tracking, so when you're like when the player is moving across like the NPCs will track you with your eyeballs. I know how to set all that up. Ironically, you've also done models for Exanima, a game with generally more details at the same angle. Camera. Yeah, well, like Exanima, I can do that stuff because I'm getting paid for it, right? And like it's also like it also has to do with like scope. I'm just one person working at an MMO, so I can't really use my my normal art skills, which take a bit longer than hand painted, unfortunately. But I mean, I was drawing a lot when I was a kid, so I can go back to relying on my 2D art skills. Also, it'll be a lot faster to make assets and stuff like that for a hand painted game. You don't have to be as precious with like hand painted to really sell the idea of something being what it is. Like if you're making a sword, if you're making a sword in like hand painted, well, it's quite simple to make a hand painted sword. You just do it with like physically based rendering materials like metallic, specular, etc. Takes a lot more work, a lot more effort to achieve uh, achieve your what you want to achieve. I still don't know how to like merge like flesh and scales um, in a convincing way, right? So it can't just like end so abruptly like this. It's gotta like anatomically merge like that. Like here, so let's go turn down the flow a bit. Maybe I can use eraser to erase some of this. Have I played the Pathfinder games? I don't think I have. Pathfinder is like RPG, right? Or tabletop. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, right? I think. Have you guys seen the new Dungeons and Dragons movie? Like people say there's like a lot of jokes and stuff. It's like kind of cheesy. So I've been hesitant about seeing it, but I guess it could be pretty good. If because I played Dungeons and Dragons before, so I can probably get quite a lot of the jokes. I think that's what's missing for me is the shadows. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just like I'll paint on the shadows and the lighting after this. It'll really pop once I start putting in shadows and light. Like right now, it's just like it's very pastel, right? I'm gonna try to paint. You see this right here? You can barely see it, but there's the UV seam. Um, so I'm gonna try to paint in a way that makes it harder to see that seam, even though it's like not even visible already. Uh, hey Marion. How's it going? Good. Haven't streamed in a while. This is the first stream in what, like a year? Elgar, are you using the 2023 version of Substance Painter? I don't think so. I haven't updated Substance Painter in forever. I should probably do that. Yeah, Pathfinder is an RPG. 2 video games released. Cool. Yeah, I haven't really played a lot of video games, well, outside of like Morrowind recently. I've just been like, outside of working, I've just been working on this. I've just like been making my own game. I've been like super quiet for like the longest time, just because I didn't have anything just worthwhile to stream. So now I have something that I can stream and also like talk to the audience. It's pretty good. I'm still drawing on the scales layer, right? Okay, good. Nothing worse than finding out you're drawing and you realize you've been drawing on the wrong layer the entire time. No streams. Thanks, Marion. Yeah, I kind of miss streaming. Streaming's a lot of fun. Just gotta have something worthwhile for people to watch. At least I think so. Hmm. I guess we'll start establishing like the scale color. So let's go. This is pretty good. Let's grab that. Use the flow. It's a bit purple. Let's go grab this instead. I want more like a gray blue. Start making some anime. Anime girls. I'm gonna do like that. So, so have you ever have you guys ever seen like a chicken leg? They have a specific configuration of scales to their legs, uh, which I believe they share with like a lot of other reptiles. They have like big plates up front here, and they have like smaller plates on the sides. I think I'll try to do that here. I mean, you can see a lot of examples with Monster Hunter as well. I should actually probably be looking at like Monster Hunter stuff right now, like keep on my second monitor. Man, I wish I had enough time to like do like art assets I can just sell on the side, but everything that I'm doing is going towards something. So I bet I'd make a killing just by like selling models, but yeah. All my models are going for games that are being made. I'm currently working on. ArtStation is under maintenance. Yeah, it was. ArtStation today has been very on and off. Like I was able to log in earlier, but I also saw like the maintenance screen. Must be the AI. They're taking over ArtStation. I had considered, so I was thinking about like adding actual 3D like talons to the toes and the hands. Whoa, I'm kind of stuck inside the arm. Okay. So like I put some talons there, but I think that's not gonna be the greatest idea for like armor. I think you're always gonna have like talons clipping through the gauntlets and stuff. Well, like some of the races they have, they can choose. You can obviously be human. Like human's always the default choice for like games with character customization. So that means I would have to have like different gauntlets for this vampire race, and I don't really want to do that. The same logic where like Bethesda didn't have Argonians wearing helmets, well, closed helmets and boots because they couldn't be bothered to make separate models for them. And I definitely can't be bothered to do that as a solo dev. I probably could, to be fair. But that's gonna be more like a polish, like a stretch goal if I ever do that. AI for CEO. That's funny. I don't doubt it. Is this for work? Well, it's like work that I've given myself. It's not like paying work, unfortunately. It's always nice to be paid for work, but I'll be paid for this eventually, I think, if the game's successful. I'm gonna have so many loot boxes. It's gonna be amazing. You know, like putting all the loot boxes. I'll put in like a alternative underwear in loot boxes. That's gonna sell so much. I'll have like a sparkly glitter red. Finally a Zeth stream. Yes, finally. It's been too long, far too long. Are you making a game? Yeah. I'll send you guys a link for where I post all my updates. I probably should eventually start putting up like a Discord instead of just like posting this on Polycount of all places. Yeah, that's where I put my updates. I kind of have like my own coffee diary there. Don't tell Maddox. But it's on Wednesdays, so like it's not actually coffee diary. That's your concept arts? No, it's not my concept art. It's AI art. I've been using AI for concept art. Like concept artists don't actually exist anymore. They've all been replaced by AI. Yep, we're all gonna get replaced by AI soon enough. But like AI games, especially MMOs, that's gonna be a ways off. So I'm future proofing myself by making MMOs. I'm not too pleased with the back here. Let's have to paint a bit more. AI already knows how to make hands. There's already like people already like AI hands. They already got AI hands in the bag. I think I just need to I need to make these scales a bit nicer. I like the general shape of them. And some darker shadows. So what's the lore? uh, I actually need to figure that out. I need to flesh out that area a bit more. But I would like lore that's like on the same level of like Tolkien. Tolkien. Or like what else? Obviously Morrowind. I need to redo the scales back here. They're a bit meh. I might actually make the scales back here kind of small and fade back into the flesh. So we'll have the calves still here. But then we'll make the scales leading into them a bit smaller because this area needs to remain flexible. So the scales back here would have to be smaller for that to happen. Let's increase the flow. Let's erase all of that back there. Really trying to make an MMO as your first game? Didn't think you were into cock and ball torture. I mean, might as well try. If it doesn't work out, well, I mean, I still learned a lot. And I mean, cock and ball torture isn't so bad, you know? Some people like it. Same here, like the inside of the arm would also have less scales. Well, smaller scales that fade into skin. So that networking is a really complex thing, especially on that large scale. Well, I mean, we'll see. First time for everything, right? Probably just like rent some servers, see how it goes. So I'm still not very used to the camera and Substance Painter. It's kind of wonky. It's a bit wonky. I mean, so you have like you have free rotation. You also have constrained rotation. Constrained is nice, like it's pretty controlled, right? It's nice and controlled, but then you can't really like rotate it in certain ways to like paint well enough. And then if you go to free rotation, it's like it's just like where, how is this rotating? Like I don't know. Like Moto has free rotation. Uh, well, it has constrained rotation, but like, I don't know. It just could be a lot better. At least that's what I think. Let's go make the palms a bit redder. So I actually have a underlayer here that's just like pure red. Uh, that's how you're seeing like the blood, the pink areas show up. A bit too red. Bit too red again. I guess that's fine. Should probably reduce the stroke opacity. Wow, that's really strong. Okay. Okay, back to scales. Hey, hi, Maurice. How's it going? It's like that rotating that meme. Yeah. Why red? Wouldn't they be pink like regular people? Well, blood is red. So like if you take off the skin, right? It's just like blood everywhere. Going pretty okay. Browsing and building. Cool. Yeah, I'm just drawing, making one of the base races. One of the races for my MMO. Let's establish. I feel like we still need to draw a bit of the scale outlines before I like start doing highlights. Actually, it needs to be a bit cleaner down there on the feet and then also the hands. Oh my god, this rotation, man! I gotta switch it back to constrained. It's a bit much. Looks like a sexy Dumner almost. It basically is if you just take away the scales, right? If you do that, it's a sexy Dumner. That's why I'm adding the scales because it looks too much like Dumner. I'm gonna get sued by Bethesda. What engine are you using out of curiosity? Unreal. I'm gonna be using Unreal Engine. All right, where should I start drawing? I guess I'll draw here. writing code is terrible. It's hard to learn. Programming is definitely hard to learn. That's why I'm learning it. Like if you do stuff that people don't want to do, you'll get paid to do it. Like if something is fun and easy to do, you aren't gonna get paid for it, or at least not very much. That's why I'm kind of like transitioning out of game art. Like, to be honest, this is pretty balls easy, just drawing this. I mean, I do have a few years of experience of art under my belt, but still, like, this doesn't compare to like programming in Unreal, like in anything really. And there's like way too many game artists. I'm just gonna switch to like programming eventually. I mean, I'll still do art, obviously, for like work and for this game until I make the transition. Yeah, just like so many game artists, man. The competition is ridiculous. Do you think AI will replace artists? It already has, like concept artists, right? Why do I need to hire a concept artist if I could just have stable diffusion, just like spit out concept art like instantly for me? And like I'm an artist myself, like I know what looks good. I can just like enter whatever I want. But for something more technical, like 3D art, it'll take a bit longer. But honestly, I think it's gonna make it a lot harder for like more junior artists to show up in game dev, I think. And like the more senior artists will use AI to their advantage. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. So yeah, like if you're new to art, you just have one more thing to learn, and that's AI. Most annoying part of the AI art is that without artists, it's nothing. Kind of steals other artists' hard work to make it itself better. Yeah. And no one is doing anything about it. It's like pirating, right? Everyone knows pirating exists. Everyone pirates stuff. Um, but like, can anyone do anything about it? Like, even the most powerful companies in the world can't do anything about piracy. There's a copyright infringement lawsuit going on. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Like, do you know how many like billions uh of like dollars that has been going into AI? Like, don't be ridiculous. Rich people will just like quash whatever resistance there is to AI. It's just how it is. It's the world we live in. Like laws aren't gonna do anything. Uh, like if rich people want something enough, especially AI, nothing will stop them from getting it. Nothing. I mean, I wish there's a better transition, right, to AI art. Like they really fucked up the transition uh to AI. Like the people who made the models, like there's a website you can go to see if your artwork has been trained. And you know who's been trained? The guys who made like Dark Souls art, they've been trained like up the wazoo. Like personally, I put all of my artwork into the Have I Been Trained website. None of my stuff has been trained on yet because I guess I'm just a smaller artist or whatever. But yeah, really sucks to be like an artist from one of the bigger, well-known studios that have been like doing art for the past 2 decades. Like almost certainly their art has been used in training models. I feel like it kind of branches into like data privacy as well. You know, like how companies have been like. Sounds like I was born in like the 90s. I witnessed the transformation of like the internet and how like companies just like lust after your data. That's why I don't really keep Facebook and I hardly do anything on Instagram. And people are like, "Oh, whatever, you know, we'll just you keep using these social media websites." And yeah, that's what happens when no one cares. I wonder if I can use an alpha here for like the smaller scales, or at least like help us along. Where's projection painting? Here we go. Let's go get our alpha. Let's go try this one. Can we invert this alpha? Because I think it'll just draw black on the white areas. Okay, wait. Actually, I can like. There's gotta be a way to invert the alpha. It's like flip it without actually having to go into Photoshop and then flip it. Um. hmm, Let me go see. Invert alpha. Substance painter. Um. Give me a sec. Try to figure out how to invert the alpha, if there is a way to actually do that. Google isn't giving me anything. It has to be in here. It's gotta be in here. It's like brush. I don't need any of this. Just need color. Uh, yeah, I don't see it. Does that even work? Kind of. Let's go try. You know what we can do? We can just get like, let's just go grab a different color, maybe something lighter, and then we'll just use that. So let's go get like, that there. Wait, how do I turn off the white thing again? How do I turn off the thingamajig that makes my screen all white? Blah. Not there. Wait, does it change color based on like, whoa, it does. Okay. That's weird. I thought it was just like a projection thing, but I guess. Wait, can I change it in here? Can I like invert? Can I invert it in here? No, not really. You know what? I'll just hand draw it. It's fine. I'll just hand draw. Well, I don't know. Let's go at least try. Uh, Try this. Let's go get the color. Maybe change the scale. Change the flow or the stroke opacity. Let's go change it down to like 50. See what that looks like. Interesting. I guess I can just touch this up a bit and then it'll be good to go. Yeah, like what do you even do on social media? Like you post pictures of what you ate and like your dog or something. Like there's no point in using social media. Whoever the people who actually care about you, like they'll get in contact with you. And like the people that you care about, you'll just get in contact with them. It's really not that complex. Like people have been having social interactions long before the internet. I wonder if we can get the scales done today. Would be nice. Quite detailed. Do take quite a long time to make. So here's the heel, or not the heel, the whatever these are called. I forgot. Ankles? Yeah. See if I can make the ankles more accentuated. The feet are kind of they're very low poly. You gotta be careful about the feet. Or not low poly, but low res. Let's go grab some color up here. Oh, and put it down here. Clean up the feet a bit. Uh, Zeph, whose idea was it to actually? It was my idea. Catch you later, Caster. Yeah, before there's like no coffee there. Imagine that. There's a time in Exanima history without coffee dares. Thanks, Rusty. Whoops. Actually, let's not do that. It kind of screws with the, yeah, screws with the details. Going for a Dark Soul style? Sure. Path of Exile style? What is Path of Exile style? Path of Exile's art is all over the place, man. It's like, I don't even know. Should have like pressure on for flow. Let's not have that on. Go. Is this some definition of details I see? Yeah. I'm just getting in some of the details. This is where the model will really start to pop visually. But I'm doing the soft lighting first, and then I'll do more crispier lighting as I go. I probably should be working on another layer, but you know what, it's fine. So now when you view it from far away, it really looks like it has like 3D look to it, but obviously it's not 3D at all. There's no lighting information at all. If there was lighting information, it'd look like that. Maybe I'll get in here better. There's some wonky detailing in here that I haven't really gotten to. Right, now we need some more shadow. Pretty dark shadow too. Here's something that the dude who worked on Skyrim taught me. Basically just make things darker. They're like, no, that was actually like really, really sound advice. Actually, don't need that on. Just make things darker. Let's increase the stroke opacity by a bit. Okay, that's a bit too much. That went up fast. Oh. Using a software to its full potential. I mean, I can probably use like a gradient, all right? I know I can probably use like gradients for this, but whatever. I don't care. We really gotta get this part here. I don't like that part yet. Gotta fix that up. Ah. Cracking all the joints. Might actually use an even darker black. I'll do that later. I'll use the darker black later. I want the same look throughout all of the scales, and I have to do the arms as well. So I'll do like the detail shadows and highlights once I have all of the bases covered. I've got to be careful there. You can see there's a seam. Are you removing those highlight details by painting over them? So there's different kinds of highlights. Like you want soft highlights and then you also want soft shadows. And then you want like crisp highlights and then you want like crisp shadows. So it's okay to like paint over the soft highlights. Totally okay. But like once the detail highlights are in, you kind of want to just leave it alone. I kind of want to make the scales extend up a little bit higher to like here. But maybe in like a different way, a bit more, make it blend in a bit more. So maybe like, whoops. Something like that. But I won't like make it like super dark like the scales on the calf and the shin. I use like more uh, skin colored paints for the scales up here, up top. What's with the mech building? Well, it's basically what it sounds like. You build a mech in my MMO. Yes, the Elder Scrolls does have Dwemer and robots. Okay, that looks pretty good for a transition. It's actually a pretty sick combination of fantasy and sci-fi. Yeah. Yup. Bethesda lore is some of the best lore out there, I think. We can always do like some more detailing here. But this is good enough for now for the legs. I kind of want to get the arms up to the same level of detail. What races have you already planned? They're all going to be like humanoid shaped races. So you know, like I think one of the mistakes Bethesda did with Morrowind is having Khajiit and Argonians have like different legs and different animations and stuff like that. It ends up being a lot more work. And they I think they agreed because you can see in like Oblivion and Skyrim, they have humanoid Argonians and Khajiits. But the races I have, uh, there's obviously this one. This is the vampire, human, some kind of robot, and then also like one. Uh, there's this one race that's like super diseased and mutated. Like think Nosferatu, kind of race. Like it's gonna be all about their like disease and affliction. But all races in the game I'm making originate from humans. So vampires originate from humans. Robots, like the robots in my game, will actually be like humans who have uploaded their brains into suits. Or they might be AI. We'll have to see. I do have like this plot about like AI in my game. It'd be pretty fun to see. Okay, hands. We need to do a bit more. Well, let's go do that projection painting thing first. It's probably good enough. Let's go change the opacity a bit. Get some of the upper arm in there too. All right. Maybe we should do some of the back as well. Get a little bit of the back. Let's go turn off the hair. I should probably give some of that scaly detail to the face as well. Whoops. Yeah, I'll hand paint this area a bit later. Do we have any like alpha fall off? Because like when I click, it's a square. There's gotta be like alpha fall off, right? Alpha? What the fuck? Um, well, I'll figure that out later. Let's erase some of the scaling here. Make it a bit more translucent because it's a bit chunky here. It'll be hard to like draw on top of this. Maybe tiling mode? Nah, I'm looking for like alpha fall off. They've got to have it. Absolutely 100% have alpha fall off. I just a bit of a noob. I'll figure out how to do it in my off time away from the screen. Should probably start from the elbow. Like the bigger plates are here. Kind of like the same thing we did with the shin. We'll have like the big scales here, and then they slowly fade outward. Let's go try on free rotation for this. Hey, Kolik. Long time no see. Well, I mean, long time no stream. How's it going? Get all these scales in, all the detail. Yeah, this is pretty quick, pretty fast progress compared to like, man, like all the normal maps and the everything maps. Like this is fun. This is I find like hand painting a lot of fun compared to like PBR stuff. Even though I know like PBR objectively looks better. You can't have any normal maps at all. You see, that's another thing I was wondering. Still don't know. I wanted to experiment with like metallic maps first. Like once I start like the underwear here, I want to experiment with metallic maps here and see what they look like. And then along the way, I'll also see what this model looks like if I transform the bitmap into a normal map. But I don't know if it's a good idea. Like if I was gonna use normal maps, I should have just like sculpted this from sculpted this in ZBrush. Like converted normal maps generally don't look good. At least from what I know. I could be wrong. Man, it's really hard finding a good angle on the arms to paint. Like the camera is fighting. I'm fighting against the camera. It's like Dark Souls. I'm trying to like paint in Dark Souls. No, wait. I'm like painting in Monster Hunter. There we go. That's a more apt description. Like Black Goblin skin from Gothic. Now there's a series that I feel like I should have played more. I was just like too young at the time to actually get into. Ah, camera. Let's go change things up a bit. To be honest, I'm a little bit tired of drawing scales. Let's go uh, work on the skin texture a bit more. Although I have to go soon. It's almost time to go to sleep. Almost time for bed. Are you going to stream more often now? During the periods of time that I have art, I will stream art. But if I'm working on like Unreal stuff, like programming, I'm not gonna stream that. Because for one, I think it's boring to stream programming. And like another for like two, I need like peace and quiet. I need to just like sit and think. Like it's actually quite difficult to like stream and then program all at once. I feel like the abs are kind of off. Like The belly button's a bit low. It's supposed to be here. But for someone who's like down there or something. Where else can you use your software developing engineering degree? I don't know, man. Is there a shortcut for eyedropper or a sampler? There probably is. I figured that one out. I like how you're creative on underwear. Now I can scare him. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I don't know why in like medieval fantasy games, like underwear is just like a fucking brown diaper. It looks so bad. Like what? There's so much like clothing variations in the world. Why not choose something better looking? Like lingerie is huge business, right? Victoria's Secret, man. Wonder if I can like hide this seam. Kind of hard. That one's gonna be a bit tricky. I mean, like, don't really look back there anyway if you have like hair on your character. Also, this big, like this black area here. Like, what if you want a bald, uh, girl vampire? Then you're gonna be seeing this all the time. Gotta fix that. But how is the question? What layer is that on? That's not on the skin layer. Is that on the face layer? It is. Okay. I have to erase that. Whoop. Wrong layer. There we go. Those are all the bits and bobs from. So like when I'm painting the eyes, the brush actually hits the inside part of the skull and then projects it onto the back. Uh, just how it is. Where is the scales? I want to turn off the scales for a sec. Probably paint the inside of the ear. I don't have that yet. Hey Mercs, how's it going? How goes? I need a darker paint. I have to be careful because there's a seam here. You can barely see it, but I think if I can cover it up a bit. I mean, like, it's like really hard to notice farther away. Yeah, this head seam is gonna be a bit problematic. Not sure how to get rid of it though. Just have to hide it best we can. I mean, it's basically imperceptible at this distance. Um, why are you worried about seams that you're able to paint over them without a problem? It depends. I don't know why, because like my UV is set up so that all of the islands have the exact same amount of space between them. Um, yeah, I don't know why. They even have the same amount of pixels. Like the pixels, they link up to each other. I made my UV map pixel perfect. It's all good, I guess. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. No one's gonna notice that. Unless they watch the stream, I guess. I probably should get rid of this darker area, even though it looks really good with the long hair. If we get like shorter hair, like it's gonna be really noticeable. At least like lighten it up a bit. Bit too contrasty. There we go. Just lighten it up a little bit. Should still look good with long hair. I mean, I can't really see it anyway. But yeah. What we should probably do is get like, we need, in Unreal Engine, I need like a character customization screen, and then also different variations of faces and like hair and eyebrows and all that stuff. So that's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on in the near future. Definitely also make a much better hair. The armpit is a bit dark, a bit too dark. It needs more definition in there, and also the ribs as well. Although I might do that off stream because I have to censor the titties. Because Twitch is like, oh my god, we can have hot tub streams, but you can't have art. Nope. You have nips in there. Well, I mean, just for like reference, right? When you're doing human anatomy, like nipples are actually a pretty good uh like landmark for deciding where everything goes. So yeah, I have rudimentary nips in there. Let's go grab this, lighten up the armpit a bit for now. Yeah, I'm probably gonna take a break soon here. Getting pretty sleepy. Where the okay. See if I can cover up that seam a bit more. Oh, it's as good as it gets. Okay. I mean, man, we're basically almost done with the base mesh. We just need to add in some detailing. Like I said, it's actually pretty fast to do hand painted, uh, like compared to PBR. So I might actually just stick with this. And it's like a 256 texture. We can have a lot of NPCs on the screen with that. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a break here. Thanks for sticking around, chilling out with me. Much appreciated. It was fun hanging out. I guess we'll be back. I don't know if I have time tomorrow. Is tomorrow Friday? No, today's Thursday. Okay, yeah, I do have time tomorrow. Well, today for me. Yeah, so maybe I'll have a stream tomorrow. Today. Uh, but Friday I'll be busy. Catch you guys later. Bye.